Hello folks, this has gone Spy, the Spy, and we're coming back to you live for Mass Effect 1, the remaster. Now, to recap of everything that's going on in Novaria, we've dealt with the crimes and eliminating the source, or having that Solarian to be arrested by a secret agent. And then we went to Pig 15 and discovered that Saren's plans for the Rachni was to use them for Beast 4, but that plan failed because separating the Rachni, an extinct species that shouldn't even be alive, is that if you separate the hatchlings from its queens, the hatchlings are uncontrollable, wild, and savage even, so we came down with a choice to either spare the queen or that we kill the queen. And again, against my better judgment, since when it comes to a point of judging a species, you had to see on whether or not they even deserve judgment. And even though history dictates that every right says that Arachnite species should be eliminated, it seems a little bit too cruel, so I let go the queen and given mercy. So whether or not my generosity or my compassion would either backstab me in the back, we will deal with it later. Right now, what's threatening the galaxy is not the Rachni, at least not anymore. It's Saren and the Geth. And back to the subject at hand, Saren, whatever the reason or how he does it, is that the same ship that we've seen on Eden Prime, that we didn't know what it was, but it's the same ship that Saren seems to be on, and with that ship, somehow, it gives Saren the ability to influence anybody that comes into contact, people like Benesia, Liara's mother, a matriarch caliber, was influenced and mind-controlled and brainwashed into Saren's way of thinking. We don't know exactly how Saren was able to do this, but according to Benesia, the Rachni had found something called a meal relay, which is the key to how we may be able to find the conduit, the thing that's going to help Saren to bring back the Reapers, being the prophet as he is, and the Gev sees the Reapers as machine gods. So, right now, however, we're just going to recuperate and to recap, and we're going to talk to anybody on the squad to see how they're doing after that last mission on Novaria. And then we're going to have to resupply on the Citadel again for our next assignment. Pharaohs. Another reason we need to go back to the Citadel is that we need more info about Pharaohs. According to Anderson and the Ambassador, actually we haven't exactly talked about Pharaohs just yet. So right now, we're just going to get a little level up. Alright. Maximum charm. Alright. Gameplay. Now the player gets an auto level up. could have saved Benesia, but the wounds that sustained her was too deep, so she died. So, we're not exactly sure how Liara takes this loss, but since it was discovered that Benesia was being brainwashed all along, we need to check in on Liara to see how she copes with this, since the relationship between her and Benesia is a little bit complicated.
Why am I glad to be off in Novaria? I don't know which was worse, the cold or the corporations. One will freeze your balls off, the other will sell them out from under you.
Respect accepted. To be honest, I think both the cold and the corporations are both worse. But yeah. Just checking in on you, Joker. Goodbye now.
I have to go.
Alright, see you.
See, you gain a little bit good with those puns. I see, Joker. We may have something for Rex. Hey, Kaden.
Anything you need, Commander?
Your opinion on the last mission, tactical appraisal.
What's your opinion on the last mission?
Killing Saren's, was Benesia anyway. Second in command? Advisor? Anyway, it should set him back a bit.
Yeah.
I'm sure Dr. Tassoni's hurting her. Poor kid. Having to kill her own mom.
Yes. It's very tragic for what they are going through. I'm going to be checking on her in just a sec, but I need your opinion on something, Kaden. The Rat Knight Queen. Was it okay to set her free and sparing her?
Any opinion on the Rachni?
Off the record, if we had the option, I'd as soon have left it to the council. We weren't out here during the Rachni War. I'm not sure we have any business getting involved.
I understand. And by the way, Kane, when you're talking to us, everything is off the record. Well, almost everything. Just looking for personal input.
Just trying to get a sense of where the crew's at. Thoughts?
I didn't figure you'd have time to talk with all that's going on. I mean, there are reports to file on the Rachni and on Annaleus.
Well, they can wait.
The paperwork will keep. Something on your mind?
I'm just looking for an ear. That a briefing wasn't the right place to say how ridiculous this is.
On which part?
Seems like every other race in the galaxy is wrapped up in their own problems. They don't want to see what's coming.
Yeah, that's true. But you can't honestly blame them.
Wanting to believe everything will be fine? Sounds like human nature to me.
Yeah, I guess some things carry across species well enough. I should remember that after what happened with Furnace.
So you've actually forgave him for what happened to your ex-girlfriend?
I think he'd carry a grudge over the crap he took from Vernus.
Before I met Vernus, I knew as much as any other civilian. Aliens were weird, superior, and tried to tell us what to do. I mean, it's only been 26 years since first contact. It's not a lot of time to understand them. It was Vernus who made me see how human aliens are. They're not different or special. They're jerks and saints, just like us. Hell, by the time I got payback, I didn't even want it anymore.
What exactly happened? What did he do?
I don't see you snapping very easily. What finally did it?
He hurt Rana. Broke her arm.
Your girl?
She reached for a glass of water instead of pulling it biotically. She just wanted to drink without getting a nosebleed. He Like an idiot, I stood up. Didn't know what I was gonna do. Something. And Vernus lost it. Beat the crap out of me. He kept shouting that I should have bombed us back to the Stone Age. And that's when the knife came up. A military-issue talon, right in my face.
Damn.
I cut loose. Full biotic kick right in the teeth. Almost as strong as I can manage now. At 17,
Apologies. You did nothing wrong. And by the way, that's a badass moment as far as I can hear about any moments they have. You shouldn't blame yourself. You shouldn't feel guilty about what happened. You were just trying to help Rana.
You wanted to help a girl you cared for. That's a noble thing.
maybe my intentions were noble, but I lost control. I killed Shepard.
What?
Snapped his neck. They probably could have saved him if they got him to an infirmary quick enough, but they didn't. Caused a stir when they shipped him home. Boss training was shut down. Kinetics folded a couple of years later. So, yeah, maybe I hated that Tyrion. I mean, if one ass was enough to judge a whole race, I'd hate humans too.
Okay. I guess that's fair enough.
A reasonable stance. Keep that level head and we'll do fine.
Staying reasonable is about all we've got left. Everyone
Yes.
else in this galaxy seems to have gone out of their minds. Present company accepted, of course.
Of course. As I got gotten to know you a little bit better, Caden. And I feel like you and I have shared something in common in that incident. A gentlemanly thing to do for what Caden tried to do for Rana, but I didn't think that it would be that bad that he actually cared about what he did. Hi, Liara.
If you are here to talk about Benezia's death, you need not bother. She brought it upon herself.
Liara? I'm surprised. Look, you don't have to hide it. She was your mother. Don't you feel bad?
Don't pretend it doesn't bother you. She was your mother.
She was, but she was not. I prefer to remember Benezia as she used to be, before she was corrupted by Sovereign's power.
I understand. But even though that she is gone, her spirit will always still be with you.
The best of your mother lives on in you. Her determination, her intelligence, her strength.
And beauty.
That is kind of you to say. I appreciate your concern, but I am fine. Benezia chose her path, just as I have chosen mine. I am with you until the end, Shepard.
Okay then, but let's talk.
I like talking with you, Liara, no matter what the subject.
Then let us talk about you. Are you okay?
Personally, I feel like shit. And I feel like, and the nightmares were bad. They're getting worse by the day.
I'm not sleeping well. The visions keep me up at night.
I wish there was something I could do to help you. You need to be at your best, Commander. The crew relies on you for leadership. It can be a heavy burden.
The crew are not the problem.
I can handle the responsibility of command. But if I don't stop Sarah, the entire galaxy gets wiped out.
I'm
Yes.
sorry, Commander. The last thing you need is someone constantly reminding you of how grim things are. Is there anything else you would rather talk about?
No. Nothing at all. I just wanted to check in on you, Liara. And I know when it feels like to lose a member of your family. Goodbye.
I should go.
Goodbye, Commander.
I feel like Shepard can have a kinship about that part since he grew up without any parents on Earth. Let's talk, Rex.
Shepard.
I guess not.
Rex?
Hey, Skipper. Any interest in a small drink? It's a special occasion.
What's the occasion?
What's the occasion?
It's Armistice Day, when the first contact war ended. My family always marks it. Since I'm the only Williams aboard, I thought I'd ask you.
Well, I'm flattered.
Seems like an odd thing to celebrate. That was 26 years ago.
In our family, it's not really a celebration, more like an obligation. Don't tell me you don't know about my family. My commanders always find out. It's not my files or something?
Nothing that seems dirty or anything.
There's almost nothing in your files. Technical scores and a list of crap assignments.
There's a reason for the crap assignments. I'm General Williams' granddaughter, the commander of the Shanxi garrison in the war.
Shanxi Garrison?
The only human ever to surrender to an alien race.
I see now. That's what drives you? The stubbornness, the determination, the bravery. We understand now?
I see. That's why you drive yourself so hard.
A Williams has to be better than the best, if only to avoid suspicion. That's what my dad told me the night before he retired. It takes a special kind of thick-headed to march into a job where your family's blacklisted. I did it anyway. I'm not gonna let our name go down with Arnold and Quisling. Granddad deserves better than that.
Talk to us about your grandfather. You never spoke about him. You spoke about your siblings, your parents, but never your grandfather?
What happened to your grandfather after the war?
He was relieved of command as soon as Shanxi was liberated. They brought him back to Earth in irons, but there was never a trial. They quietly demoted him and stuck him behind a desk. He retired a year later and spent the rest of his life working construction in the colonies. Sometimes we hear about attempts to get him exonerated in some official way. Nothing ever comes of it.
So tell us about Shanxi. We don't know much about it.
As I recall, your grandfather held out for a long time.
The Turians wrecked the orbitals in the first wave and occupied the major cities. They sat in orbit, dropping rocks on anything that moved. Granddad dispersed the troops, but when they went into the cities for supplies, the Turians would wreck a block to eliminate one fire team. Civilians were dying, his troops were starving, and he couldn't contact Alliance High Command. So he surrendered the garrison.
How can we help?
I should have figured this out myself. I don't know how I can help you, though.
Look at who I am, Shepard. Do you ever hear me ask for help? It's not that bad things don't happen to me. If you stay with me long enough, maybe I'll tell you about some of them. But I deal with them myself. I don't need a shoulder to cry on, a knight to rescue me, or a man to make me happy. This is who I am. I like her. And you better like her too.
I think we do.
So, you still interested in me? Baggage and all?
Well, oh boy, of course.
Everyone comes with baggage, Ash. The trick is finding a matched set.
That's awful. Tell me you got that out of a fortune cookie. But hey, once we save the galaxy, maybe the Alliance will get its act together. Start acting like an actual government.
Well, the Alliance is alright.
The Alliance isn't perfect, but it does well enough.
Have to disagree with you there, Skipper. Giving aliens the run of our most advanced ship? Kowtowing to the Council?
I hear what you're saying, Ash, but it's not like that.
The Alliance should be able to stand on its own. We can't. Yet. Why not learn from the races who've been standing for the last 1,000 years?
How can you say that, given everything we've seen out here? They're already acting like Saren is our problem, already sicking us on the bear. The council races will always think of themselves first. It's human nature. We can't afford to trust them, not if the survival of humanity is on the line.
But we can work together with them. It's the whole purpose of the Alliance's existence.
Ash, you believe in God, an infallible, all-knowing creator with a plan for the universe. You think the diversity of views in the galaxy wasn't part of that?
Who's to say if Christ himself...
I don't think humans have some divine mandate, if that's what you mean. I don't think we're superior.
Of course not, but we need balance.
Humans are aggressive. We think fast, we move fast. Wars have started because of our need for constant progress. The Council can balance that.
That's... Guess I never thought of it that way. All big picture, I mean. It doesn't make what happened to Granddad any better, though.
No, of course it doesn't.
What happened to your grandfather shouldn't have happened.
Well, at least somebody knows that. And a Star of Terror recipient, no less. Granddad must love that. I have a feeling things will come to a head soon. But don't worry, Shepard. I'll protect you.
Well, thank you, Ash. I think we may be getting somewhere with her. How are we doing?
What's your opinion on the last mission?
You mean the Rachni, right?
Yes.
They were dangerous, Skipper. They proved that 2,000 years ago. I think it was a mistake
Opinion
to let them
noted.
go. But that wasn't my call to make. It was yours. If you haven't talked to Dr. Tassoni, you probably should. She just lost her mom. That has to hurt.
We did.
Just saying, Skipper.
Your opinion is noted, Ash. And don't worry, we already talked to Liara about it. She'll get through.
We'll talk later, Williams.
But she's committed.
Looking forward to it, Skipper.
Commander, I wanted to thank you.
Thank us?
What for, Garrus?
For everything. Taking me with you, letting me be part of your team. I've learned a lot. I've thought a lot about what you've told me. About not sacrificing innocence to achieve the goal. About finding the best way through, not just the fastest. And I've been thinking about Dr. Salion, too. I convinced myself that he deserved to die, but then I started thinking about why I wanted him dead. I realized it wasn't because of what he did to those people. That was part of it, but I think most of it was because he got away from me. He escaped under my watch, and I didn't like that. I let it become personal.
Alright, that's good, but is that it?
Words mean nothing until you turn them into action, Garrus. What are you going to do about it?
Well, I'm going back to CSEC. I think I can make a difference there. I'll also reapply for Spectre training, but I'll do it right. I won't compromise myself to get there. If the people I'm sworn to protect can't trust me, then I don't deserve to be the one protecting them.
That's great, Garrus.
I'm glad you see it that way. Keep that in mind when we meet Saren.
Don't worry, Commander. I will.
Hey, Shepard. You need something?
Nothing at the moment.
I should go.
See you later.
Alright. Seems to me that everybody's been taking this either hard or as professional as it gets. All right. damn sweet armor, Rex.
Looking for supplies?
Yep.
Let's see what you've got.
You bet, Commander.
All right. Alright, so let's head down to the Citadel and start recuperating from there. gather intel about Pharaohs and the colony.
Good timing, Commander. We got a transmission coming in from the Citadel. Top priority clearance.
Okay, from who?
Is it the ambassador?
It's not his signature. I think it's from the Council. I'll patch it through the comm room.
Alright then.
Commander Shepard, we've received information that may be critical to your mission against Saren.
Alright. Tell us.
What kind of information?
We've received an urgent message from one of our infiltration regiments in the Traverse.
Infiltration units.
You mean spies?
Spectres tend to attract attention, Commander, but they are only one arm of the Council. Special task groups are often a better option for monitoring developing situations.
We currently have several infiltration units scattered throughout the border regions of Citadel space. This particular unit was gathering intel on Saren.
Sounds like a type of information of intel that I'd be interested in. It does sound serious.
What did they find?
Unfortunately, the message we received was little more than static. The infiltration team must be in a situation where they can't set up proper interstellar communications. But the message was sent on a channel reserved for mission-critical communications. Whatever they were trying to tell us, we know it was important. Considering your interest in Saren, we thought you might want to investigate this. Find out what happened to our team. The signal originated from the planet Virmire.
Thanks for the info.
I'll look into it.
The Council prefers not to become involved in the specifics of Spectre activities. We only want you to be aware of all your options, including Virmire. Good luck, Commander Shepard. We will keep you advised if we learn anything else.
Sounds like indeed an important intel, but again, we can't exactly act upon that intel until we get an understanding on Pharaohs first. Alright, this will be a good stopping point until after these messages, folks. So this has gone Spy, the Spy, signing off for now.